Aloha mai kākou, e ia ke kahi ho ike e koko ia o kou, me ke ia Kāhulu Pepeke Piko ʻOle. E like me ka mea maʻamau o nā lula, e hoʻolohe, e ʻōlelo pū, e hoʻike I ka maopopo ʻole. Even though this is a video, try and talk together, answer the questions as the questions are asked. And if you guys do have any questions, just let me know. Shoot me an email. You can find my email through the website. No ka ike ana e Kāhulu Pepeke Piko ʻOle. So how do we know we're looking at a Kāhulu Pepeke Piko ʻOle? They're, at the simplest of terms, we're looking at an object that's described by an action that it took. Grammar will come into more of a play in this part of the slides. If you're not too sure about verb markers, it might be a good idea to look back at what verb markers are, but I'll also explain them in this slide right here, as well as a couple slides going back. So the main thing, usually we describe objects by adjectives. So ka'ilio nui, the big dog. You definitely know you're not talking about the small dog, you're talking about the big dog. But let's say if there's e kolu ilio nui, so you have 3 big dogs. If you say the big dog, 3 of them pop up into your head, you're not too sure which dog you're talking about. So you could say ka ilio I holo, the dog that ran. Maybe you have 3 big dogs, 1 of them maybe ran away. They know you're talking about 1 of them instead of 3 dogs that you're talking about. So this action could be an action that you actively play a role in, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it could be something like ka'ilio I make, the dog that died. You don't really play an active role in dying, just make. The ilio I make, ka'ilio I make, describes if you have 3 dogs, 1 of them died, they know you're talking about the dog that died. In this kind of sense, we see that we can describe things using actions rather than adjectives. Onto the verb markers. The verb markers are the same type of verb markers that we use for ʻOle. So the ua will change to I, the kene will change to e nei. So the first one, e painu, like a habitual type of action. Hele au I ka hakai, I go to the beach. Ke kana e hele I kai, the person that goes to the beach. Doesn't really matter if this was in the past, or you went to the beach, you're going to the beach, you are going to go to the beach. These types of actions are actions that are normal for somebody. Ka mea I painu, the I marks a completed verb. Most of the times, this completed verb takes place in the past. Sometimes, however, it might not. But it marks a completed verb that's completely done. I ate the food. Ate the food's gone. I pau eat. Basically, I painu marks that completed verb. E painu nei, a verb that's usually taking place close to you, in your vicinity, kind of like a presently. E painu nei and e painuana. These two mark a not complete verb, a verb that's not finished being done. E painuana is the most free of the verb markers. E painuana could mean something in the future that's going to happen. It could mean something that's taking place right now. You could have been eating a steak, and halfway through the steak, your house caught on fire and you couldn't finish eating your steak. That would be a ai ana. You didn't really finish eating your steak because you're interrupted in the past. So e painuana doesn't really have a not completed verb. Oh yeah, my God. A little ho'oma'a ke keiki I peku I ka popoki. O ke ia ke keiki I peku I ka popoki. By this frame in the picture, he finished kicking the cat as seen by the cats running away. Ke keiki e peku nei I ka popoki. Ke keiki I peku nei ka popoki. In this frame of the picture, he's kicking the cat. He's in the process of kicking the cat. This kicking isn't finished yet. He's like mid-stroke, kicking the cat. Ke keiki e peku ana I ka popoki. Keiki e peku ana I ka popoki. He's kind of kicking it. He's not done kicking yet. He comes back every once in a while to kick the cat. His kicking isn't finished, kind of in a general sense. And ke keiki e peku I ka popoki. If he makes kicking the cat a normal thing, kicks it on Tuesday, he kicks it on Thursday, he kicks it on Friday. He just keeps coming back and kicking the cat. Ke keiki e peku I ka popoki. Kind of in a general sense, these are how the verb markers are used. If it was still not that pa'a yet, hopefully this clears it up. If you do have any nino mai. No leila e ho'omaka ana ka wā o ka mo'olelo. Instead of mo'olelo time, hahai I ke ia mo'olelo. Pane mai I ka ninau. We have with this technology video stuff, we do have the opportunity of pausing, thinking of the answer, and when we're ready, playing the video again. So if I don't give you enough time to answer the questions, feel free to pause the video, think of the sentence, and when you got the sentence in your head, play it back. And then also, feel free to just rewatch the video if the video is helpful on helping with the Kāhulu Pepeke learning. Feel free to just watch the video again. And one thing to help us along in this mo'olelo, there are going to be the Kāhulu Pepeke Piko ʻOle are going to be in an orangish color just to help us see the patterns. Do note that the Kāhulu Pepeke are parts in a bigger sentence. A Kāhulu Pepeke Piko ʻOle is not an entire sentence, however, it's a fragment of a sentence. No leila, I ka hopena pule nei, ua pi'i mauna maua ka uilio o lai ku. O Clifford ka ilio I pi'i mauna mea'u. O Clifford ka ilio I pi'i mauna mea'u. Ai a ʻOle. Mai kai, a ʻOle o Clifford ka ilio I pi'i mauna mea'u. A ʻOle o Clifford ka ilio I pi'i mauna mea'u. O vai ka ilio I pi'i mauna mea'u. Mai kai, o lai ku ka ilio I pi'i mauna mea'u. O lai ku ka ilio I pi'i mauna mea'u. Mai kai no. A ua pū iwa maua I ke kahi mea I o ili maila. A ua pū iwa maua I ke kahi mea I o ili maila. He aha ia mea I o ili maila. He aha ia mea I o ili mai. Mai kai, he mene hune ia mea I o ili mai. He mene hune ia mea I o ili mai. He aha ka mea I pa'a I ka lima o ka mene hune. He aha ka mea I pa'a I ka lima o ka mene hune. Mai kai, he ko'o ko'o. He ko'o ko'o ka mea I pa'a I ka lima o ka mene hune. He ko'o ko'o ka mea I pa'a I ka lima o ka mene hune. Mai kai. A mea mai oia, ua aihue ia kahi mea ana. Mea mai oia, ua aihue ia kahi mea ana. He aha ka mea I aihue ia. He aha ka mea I aihue ia? Maikai, o kāna mai a ka mea I aihue ia. O kāna mai a ka mea I aihue ia. He aha ka mea aihue kāna mai a. He aha ka mea aihue, he aha ka mea aihue kāna mai a. Maikai no, he mo'o ka mea I aihue I kāna mai a. He mo'o ka mea I aihue I kāna mai a. Maikai. Aua alaka I ka mene hune ia maua I uka I ke kahi ana. Wa alaka I ka mene hune ia maua I uka I ke kahi ana. Ka he aha ka mea e umoki ana I ke ia ana. He aha ka mea e umoki ana I ke ana. Umoki he cork, plug. Maikai, he pohaku ka mea e umoki ana I ke ana. He pohaku ka mea e umoki ana I ke ana. The rock is the thing that's plugging the ana, the cave. Maikai. A o lelo mai ka mene hune, e ke ana, e hua ina. A hua I ke ana, vehe ka pohaku. Hua I ke ana, hua vehe ka pohaku. Maikai. Ka a ʻole na e I puka mai ka mo'o. A ʻole na e I puka mai ka mo'o. He nananana maka walu ka mea I puka mai ke ana. He nananana maka walu, e walu maka. E walu maka. Ka mea I puka mai ke ana. He nananana maka walu ka mea I puka mai ke ana. Owai ka mea I hakaka me ke ia nananana I puka. Owai ka mea I hakaka me ke ia nananana I puka. Maikai, o lai ku ka mea I hakaka me ke ia nananana I puka. A hiki ke olelo, o kau I lio ka mea I hakaka me ke ia nananana I puka. Ka o ka mea nui, o lai ku ka mea I hakaka me ke ia nananana I puka. A little bit of a tip. So ka mea can be used for pretty much most things that's not as specific. You can use this o blank ka mea. This is the one. Ka mea in this sense can be like the one. Who is the one that fought with the nananana I puka? Laiku is the one that fought with this nananana I puka. So ka mea is kind of a general word that can be used for this okina o sentences that is combined with a Kāhulu Pepeke. Ka mea. Owai ke ka ea ea I lana kila. Owai ke ka ea ea I lana kila. Maikai. O lai ku ke ka ea ea I lana kila. Ua kaa ke eo ya lai ku. I'm not too sure if you can see that last sentence because the video might be blocking it. But ua kaa ke eo ya lai ku. The victory went to lai ku. It's kind of a poetic way of saying somebody won. You can say ua lana kila o lai ku. But ua kaa ke eo ya lai ku. The victory went to lai ku. Rolls to lai ku. And ka ea ea might be a new word. Ka ea ea. Kind of like a good fighter, expert fighter, hero. That kind of sense. He hala ka mea I puka mai ke ana, ma hope o ka nananana ma ka awalu. He hala ka mea I puka. He hala ka mea I puka mai ke ana, ma hope o ka nananana ma ka awalu. Maikai, o ke ia, he lepe lepe o hina. Lepe lepe o hina ke ia. O wai ka mea I hakaka me ke ia lepe lepe o hina I puka. O wai ka mea I hakaka me ke ia lepe lepe o hina I puka. Maikai, o ka menehune ka mea I hakaka, me ke ia lepe lepe o hina I puka. O ke ia ka mea I hakaka, me ke ia lepe lepe o hina I puka. A o wai ke ka ea I lana kila. O wai ke ka ea I lana kila. Maikai, o ka menehune ke ka ea I lana kila, ua kaa ke o I ka menehune. O ka menehune ka mea ka menehune ke ka ea I lana kila, ua kaa ke o I ka menehune. Maikai. A ia mākou I komo ai, I ua ana nei, ua pū iwa mākou I ke kahi leo e mūka ana I loko ke ana. Ia mākou I komo ai I ua ana nei, ua pū iwa mākou I ke kahi leo e mūka ana I loko ke ana. Ia mākou komo ai, maybe a new phrase for you guys. Ia mākou e komo ai, while we entered, ua ana nei, that aforementioned cave. Ia mākou I komo ai, I ua ana nei, while we entered that aforementioned cave. O ia ka o manao o ke ia. Ia mākou I komo ai, while we entered, iau e hele ana, while I was going, iau e hele ana I ka hakai, while I was going to the store. That's how we use that first one. And ua ana nei marks something that you talked about before. Ua ana nei, the ana that we talked about before, that's kind of close to us in this mo'olelo. Ua ana la, the ana that we talked about before, but maybe it's farther away. Well, ua pū iwa mākou I ke kahi leo e mūka ana I loko ke ana. Alamo popo, iau ka ke kani o ka mo'o. So I just made that one up. That might not be the mo'o sound, the mo'o onomatopoeia that there is in the dictionary. Tried to look for one, couldn't find it, but that's the one I wrote. No wai ke ia leo e mūka ana. No wai ke ia leo e mūka ana. Mūka. Maikai, no ka mo'o ke ia leo e mūka ana. No ka mo'o ke ia leo e mūka ana. A o wai ka mea I makau ke ia mo'o. O wai ka mea I makau I ke ia mo'o. Maikai, o bō ka mea I makau I ke ia mo'o. O au ka mea I makau I ke ia mo'o. Maikai. Aka, ua pū iwa kula no au I ke kahi mea kupa e naha. Ua pū iwa kula no au I ke kahi mea kupa e naha. Kupa e naha. Ua lilo ke kahi I ele makule. Ua lilo ke kahi I ele makule. O wai ka mea I lilo I ele makule. O wai ka mea I lilo I ele makule. Maikai no, o ka mo'o ka mea I lilo I ele makule. O ka mo'o ka mea I lilo I ele makule. A o wai ka mea I hoi hoi I ka maia a ka menehune. O wai ka mea I hoi hoi I ka maia a ka menehune. Maikai, o ka ele makule ka mea I hoi hoi I ka maia a ka menehune. O ka ele makule ka mea I hoi hoi I ka maia a ka menehune. Maikai, mahope ua puka aku mākou mai ke ana a hoi aku I ka hale. Mahope ua puka aku mākou I ke ana a hoi aku I ka hale. Pipi holo ka ao. Pipi holo ka ao. A o kou manawa ke ia e ho'ao. Ko o kou manawa e ho'ao. E kaha ki I ka hana ma ka hopena pule nei. O lelo ia e 2 minuke, feel free to just pause the video and press play when you're ready to continue on to the next slide. O wai kai mea I ka hopena pule nei. O wai kai mea I ka hopena pule nei. So, in this case, for okino o sentences, vale no, okino o, you can shorten ka mea I into kai. O wai kai mea I ka hopena pule nei. O wai ka mea I blank I ka hopena pule nei. So we can look at this ki'i, at 4 of them. O wai kai hula I ka hopena pule nei. O wai kai hula I ka hopena pule nei. Ai ole, o wai ka mea I hula I ka hopena pule nei. Mai kai. O pua kai hula I ka hopena pule nei. O pua kai hula I ka hopena pule nei. O pua ka mea I hula ka hopena pule nei. Mai kai. O wai kai hapai hau ka hopena pule nei. O wai ka mea I hapai hau ka hopena pule nei. Mai kai. O lei kai hapai hau ka hopena pule nei. O lei ka mea I hapai hau ka hopena pule nei. O wai kai paiki kala I ka hopena pule nei. O wai ka mea I paiki kala I ka hopena pule nei. Mai kai. O kimo kai paiki kala I ka hopena pule nei. O kimo ka mea I paiki kala I ka hopena pule nei. Me hope, o wai kai holo ka hopena pule nei. O wai kai holo I ka hopena pule nei. Mai kai. O makana kai holo I ka hopena pule nei. O makana ka mea I holo I ka hopena pule nei. Kou manawa. E nana I kau ki'i. Nana I kau ki'i. O wai ka mea I mea ka hopena pule nei. O wai kai kuke I ka hopena pule nei. O bō kai kuke I ka hopena pule nei. O wau ka mea I kuke I ka hopena pule nei. Mai kai. No laila. ʻOle pono ke kaha ki'i hou. Ho'ohana I ke la kaha ki'i like. Aka ho'o mea he nānea, he puni. Nānea, something you like to do. Some puni, something you like to do. O wai ke blank. Similar to the o wai kai, with O sentences, you can shorten ka mea e into ke. O wai ke blank. O wai ka mea e blank. So e hana hou I ho'o maa. O wai ke hula. O wai ka mea e hula. Mai kai. O pua ka mea e hula. O pua ke hula. O wai ka mea e hapai hau. O wai ke hapai hau. Mai kai. O lei ke hapai hau. O lei ka mea e hapai hau. O wai ke paiki kala. O wai ka mea e paiki kala. Mai kai. O kimo ke paiki kala. O kimo ka mea e paiki kala. O wai ke holo. O wai ka mea e holo. O makana ke holo. O makana ka mea e holo. One thing too is o wai ke blank doesn't always depending in different contexts, it could mean should. O wai ke holo, who's the one that should run? O makana ke holo. This is kind of a little bit more for when you're choosing someone maybe. Like, oh, okay, someone gotta go tell mom. Oi ke ha'i a mama. Who's gonna tell mom? Oi ke ha'i a mama. You're gonna be the one that tells her. You should tell her. Oi ke ha'i. In certain contexts, this kamea e. Kamea e is like the person that should. So, me kamea hana like. Nana kau ki'i. Owai kamea e kuke. O wau kamea e kuke. O pō. Oia vale no. Ina he ninau ka ke kahi. Ina he ninau. E ho'o mau popo mai. I ka oko mau ninau. If you do have any ninau, be sure to email me. I hope this was very helpful. Feel free to watch it again if you do need to watch it again. And mahalo ki uhi ana, a hui ho.